Good morning. Got me a little bit of my apple cider and lemon juice mixture in there. But I got me a few like cheap energy shots yesterday from the dollar store. Poured a little bit of one of those in there. I still got a little bit left in the thing. And I do have coffee that I made yesterday that I kind of need to heat up a cup of that. But I wasn't ready for coffee yet, so I just made me my little hydration drink, and then I put that little energy shot in there that's got some B vitamins and taurine and, a combination of different natural things that kind of pep you up, plus caffeine, So kind of a synergy, like all these combination of things working together. Anyway, welcome to the channel, Gray Cloudy Day. I am Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. Not understanding why the shirt seems like it's off center, but I don't think it is. And who cares about the shirt? Well, if you've been watching, on my second channel, I shared some shorts the other day of these two shirts that I found. I found this, The Office, and I found another cool shirt that's like a diagram of a tank. It's like some Israeli tank, but I just like the picture. I like the diagram. But that's not what this is about. So, we're going to do a Jesus Calling reading. But before I get into the reading, let me read this prayer. It's a prayer from a Joel S. Goldsmith, one of the books I've got in there. Of course, I don't have everything Joel S. Goldsmith ever wrote or put out, but I have quite a few of his books. And, he formed the Infinite Way. If you don't know about the Infinite Way, I would suggest you go and look into it. It's pretty cool. I like it. I like a lot of it. Really, when I'm studying the Infinite Way and the different books that come with it, a lot of the philosophies in it and the thoughts really resemble a lot of the five agreements. But here's the prayer. Speak, Lord, for your servant hears. Your grace is my sufficiency in all things. And there is a sufficiency of your grace ever present in my consciousness. There is sufficiency of your grace, whatever prison I am in, physical, mental, moral, or financial. Let me repeat that. There is a sufficiency of your grace, whatever prison I am in, physical, mental, moral, or financial. There is a sufficiency of your grace present within me now to meet the need of this very moment. And sufficient unto this moment is your grace. Amen. Or Amen. However you pronounce it. Okay, now let's dig into the Jesus Calling. I know some people are like, man, why is he babbling on and on and on before he gets to the reading? Well, sometimes we have things we want to share and say. If all you're concerned about is just the simple reading, that's cool too. But, you can look these up also. You can find these readings online, I believe. November 30th, problems are part of life. They are inescapable, woven into the very fabric of this fallen world. You tend to go into problem-solving mode all too readily, acting as if you have the capacity to fix everything. This is a habitual response so automatic that it bypasses your conscious thinking. Whoa, imagine that. Not only does this habit frustrate you, it also distances you from me. Yeah. When we're trying to take that steering wheel back, it separates us. Do not let fixing things be your top priority. You are ever so limited in your capacity to correct all that is wrong in the world around you. Don't weigh yourself down with responsibilities that are not your own. I'm going to repeat that part too. Don't weigh yourself down with responsibilities that are not your own. Instead, make your relationship with me your primary concern. Talk with me about whatever is on your mind, seeking my perspective on the situation. Rather than trying to fix everything that comes to your attention, ask me to show you what is truly important. Remember that you are en route to heaven, and let your problems fade in the light of eternity. The reference scriptures here is Psalm 32, verse 8, Luke 10, verse 41 through 42, and then Philippians chapter 3, verse 20 through 22. And, so what do I have to say and add to this? I don't know if I have anything to add, but I can reflect on it, right? The part where it's telling us you tend to go into problem-solving mode all too readily, acting as if you have the capacity to fix everything. And what did I say? Yeah. Well, right after that, it tells us not only does this habit frustrate you, it also distances you from me. So, what is it that I know? I think I said this yesterday in the video I'd made. I think I only made one video yesterday. Now, I did 2 live streams, but the video, what did I say? I can't do this alone, even if I don't have people around me. The main thing I have to rely on is my spirituality, my walk with the Creator. And I know I say this often, that it ain't my job to be here and twist anybody's arm and tell them what to believe or tell them what's fact or fiction. Those are things that I think each individual has to come up with on their own. So you either come to a place in your life where you've had some kind of divine experience, and whether you can explain it or not, it was something outside of yourself. It was something supernatural. It was something that other people might think if you go around telling them that, oh man, they went crazy. They think God's talking to them. They think that da-da-da-da-da-da. But when you meet the right people that have had those experiences, they'll understand. They'll know. And they don't need necessarily an explanation for every single thing. But I think that's just human curiosity also. We all, or I have in my life, sought answers, wanted to know truth, want to know, is what I was taught in high school or in junior high, was any of it real? Was any of it true? I'd say 90% of it ain't. Maybe even 95% of it. There might be like a small percentage that some of the things that were shown to us and taught to us was correct, maybe. But you have to think about who put what in what books and did whatever, So it's all about programming, ain't it? That's what the 5 agreements is for. It's to teach us how to reprogram our own thinking, to stop domesticating ourselves. But, today I was reading from the Jesus Calling, and that's what I thought that resonated. Now, the Jesus Always reading is great too. And it talks about joy and seeking the joy of, walking with the Spirit in communion. So kind of a similar reading, like I said, they both coordinate. It's just I went with Jesus Calling again today because it was more simplified and just read, like I felt like it came across as a smoother message. Like when I was reading both of them and looking up the scriptures and stuff, I always just kind of roll with what is seeming to be the most prominent in speaking to me that morning, or whatever time of day I'm making these videos. And that doesn't mean that before the end of the day that I don't necessarily make another video and do the Jesus Always, but, I like to try to keep it more simple, just to the simple. You get one or the other every day or every other day, depending on when I do it. It's been a while now that I haven't skipped a day. I've been pretty animate. I've been pretty consistent with these devotional videos. But then once again, you may see a few days where there isn't a devotional, and there will be reasons. There'll be because there was something else to make. There was something else to share, So I think that people need to do their own studying as well. Like, sometimes it's nice to listen to other people, but, you know, for me, I get the best, like, a lot of times I get the most out of when I am in the mornings just doing it before I make a video and stuff for my own personal stuff. But this video is long enough. I'm going to get ready here in a little bit for church. I'm going to go to a service again. I don't know how many weeks in a row that is, but when I'm going, even like I said, if it's just once a week, it seems to start the weeks off better. It seems that it creates a positive flow of energy for me. I wish that I had more socializing with some of the people at church? Yes. And I've talked about that before. Many people, like, you go to just about any church nowadays, most of the time, it's like they got a time limit. They go from Sunday school to service, and they're trying to get out the door between 12 and 1 o'clock. And a lot of people just want to rush out that door, get in their car, and go. And, of course, some people work. Some people have families. They got to go meet people, do all that. But at the end of the day, the reason I started kind of going to service a few years ago was hoping that I might be able to network with some people, and maybe they would, you know, like, I've got a couple people's numbers, but realistically, not everybody's like me, where they draw like a once a month check. And, you know, like, a lot of the people that go to church are older. They still work. They have grandkids. They have kids. They have, you know what I mean? And when they're not, like, if they ain't working, they do stuff during the day, and it's just crazy. So I don't expect anybody to just drop what they're doing and be like 10 to gray cloud, but I do long for more of a sense of community in my physical world. Hence, while Monday, I know what to do, I know where to go. Well, I kind of know where to go, but I'll probably see if I can arrange a ride Monday to that meeting that I found out about this past week. And then this past Friday, we went over to the church that has a meeting on Fridays. I found out that they still have their meeting, but this Friday they weren't going to have it because I guess Good Friday. So that kind of put me out of that particular night of doing something. But what I'm going to try to do is get into those couple of meetings that I know I can at least attend on a Monday or on a Friday, and go from there. So until next time, Mr. Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment, over and out. Ditto.